LeBron James, since that Mickey Mouse championship that you spoke of, it was a pandemic.
Stop the Mickey
Okay,
Mouse.
well, it was a pandemic. I know you say it's a chip, but it's a pandemic championship in the bubble when most teams didn't want to be there after a while. So he won it.
Earned
Okay.
the trust of basketball lovers everywhere to be able to say what we saw in the finals, what we saw in the playoffs in the bubble, we would have seen from him in the playoffs in April, May, and June.
LeBron James and company, 12 and 20 in postseason games.
Yeah.
For him individually, that's the worst winning percentage of any active player in the postseason, 12 and 20. And over the last 3 years, LeBron and company, 2 and 12 in the postseason. This man has been a disappearing act in the fourth quarters of the last 3 years of playoff runs. But is that a great block?
I mean,
Okay,
you're
but
the
wait a
only
second,
person on the planet that's complaining about the block.
Okay, but is it a man-sized block? Is it a face-to-face where I just made you eat the basketball? No.
The battle lines have been drawn. The gloves are off. And in the most explosive basketball debate of the year, Skip Bayless just lit the fuse on a powder keg that's been sitting dormant since 2020. We're talking about LeBron James's bubble championship, the ring that some call legitimate, the ring that others call Mickey Mouse. And Stephen A. Smith, he's not having it. This isn't just another hot take. This isn't just another debate show moment. This is personal. This is about legacy. This is about whether the 2020 NBA championship deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as every other title in league history. And when Skip Bayless drops the phrase Mickey Mouse Championship, you can literally hear Stephen A's blood pressure rising through the screen. The conversation starts innocently enough, and immediately you can feel the temperature in the room change.
I don't delegitimize the championship. Chip is the chip. You won it. And I give him a lot of credit because to be in that damn bubble and to want to stay, to want to win it, I mean, those were some tough times. That's a once-in-a-century.
Stephen A. is trying to play defense. Tough times, he emphasizes. You deserve credit for wanting to compete under those conditions. But here's the problem. Skip Bayless didn't come to play nice. He came with receipts. He came with arguments that cut deeper than surface-level respect. Skip doesn't just dismiss the bubble championship as illegitimate because it was played in Orlando. He doesn't just wave it away because there were no fans. No, Skip goes surgical. He targets the one aspect of that championship that nobody wants to talk about: Anthony Davis. Think about it. When was the last time Anthony Davis played a full, healthy season? When was the last time AD made it through the playoffs without some kind of injury concern? The man is talented beyond measure. He's a generational defender. He's a walking mismatch on offense. But availability? That's never been his strong suit. Skip's argument is simple but devastating. If the 2020 season had continued normally, if there was no 4-month pause, if the Lakers had to grind through 82 games and then immediately jump into the playoffs, would Anthony Davis be standing? Would he be healthy enough to dominate in the finals? History suggests probably not.
And you had to go through the season nonstop. Anthony Davis, the belief was Anthony Davis wouldn't have been available for you.
Well,
so that is legitimate.
LeBron, at an advanced age, got 4 months off before the bubble.
Yeah,
right?
but what I'm saying is LeBron has
4 months off. Let that sink in for a second. LeBron James, at an advanced age, got a 4-month vacation in the middle of a championship run. His body got to recover. His legs got fresh. Every nagging injury, every bit of wear and tear from carrying teams for nearly a decade, it all got time to heal. And then he walked into a controlled environment in Orlando, ready to dominate. That's not taking anything away from LeBron's talent. That's not saying he didn't earn it, but it is saying that the circumstances were unprecedented. It is saying that the playing field was different, and Skip Bayless is willing to say what a lot of people are thinking, but won't vocalize. Stephen A. tries to counter. He argues that LeBron has earned the benefit of the doubt.
Earned the trust of basketball lovers everywhere to be able to say what we saw in the finals, what we saw in the playoffs in the bubble, we would have seen from him in the playoffs in April, May, and June.
Fair point. LeBron is LeBron. The man has been to 10 finals. He's won 4 championships. He's proven his excellence over and over again. But Skip isn't letting Anthony Davis off the hook, and honestly, he shouldn't, because the reality is that AD's availability was the X factor. The 4-month break gave him time to get healthy, time to prepare, time to be ready for the moment. In a normal season, Charles Barkley would have been proven right. Street clothes would have been sitting on the bench in street clothes while the Lakers' championship hopes evaporated. Now, here's where Skip really twists the knife. He brings up LeBron's postseason record since that bubble championship, and it's ugly, really ugly. 12 wins and 20 losses in the postseason over the last 3 years. That's a 37.5% winning percentage. For context, that's the worst winning percentage of any active star player in the postseason over that span. LeBron James, the supposed king, can't win playoff games anymore.
And over the last 3 years, LeBron and company, 2-12 in the postseason.
2-12. 2 wins, 12 losses in 3 years of playoff basketball. How does that happen? How does one of the greatest players of all time, still putting up stats in the regular season, completely fall apart when the lights get brightest? Skip has an answer. LeBron doesn't have the clutch gene. Maybe he never really had it. Maybe it was always D. Wade hitting big shots in Miami. Maybe it was always Kyrie Irving going supernova in Cleveland. Maybe Ray Allen's three-pointers saved LeBron's legacy more than we want to admit.
This man has been a disappearing act in the fourth quarters of the last 3 years of playoff runs. 2 of them very quick and short.
Because when you look at the recent playoff performances, the pattern is clear. LeBron disappears in the fourth quarter. He doesn't want the ball in crunch time. He's not taking and making the shots that separate the greats from the legends. Skip drops a devastating stat. Against Denver in the 2023 Conference Finals, LeBron shot 7 for 23 in fourth quarters, 1 for 10 from 3. And during that series, he set an NBA record, 20 consecutive missed three-pointers in the fourth quarter, 20 straight bricks when his team needed him most. That's not clutch. That's not championship DNA. That's a player who's lost confidence in his ability to deliver when everything is on the line. And it gets worse. In the series-clinching game at home in Staples Center, LeBron had 2 chances to tie the game with the clock winding down. Neither shot touched the rim. Air balls. In the biggest moment of the season, LeBron James threw up air balls.
This man has been a disappearing act in the fourth quarters of the last 3 years of playoff runs. 2 of them very quick and short. But even if we go back to the Denver, they got to the conference championship. They got swept by Denver, and Denver's on its way to winning it all. But in those 4 fourth quarters, LeBron shot 7 of 23 and 1 of 10 from 3. And during that series, he set an NBA record for missed consecutive fourth quarter threes of 20 in a row. He missed 20 straight threes in the fourth quarters of those Denver games. And
this isn't a one-time thing. This isn't bad luck. This is a pattern. This is who LeBron James has become in the playoffs. A stat patter in the regular season who wilts when championships are actually on the line. Stephen A. tries to defend LeBron's legacy. He brings up the 2013 Finals Game 7 against the Spurs. He brings up the chase-down block on Andre Iguodala. He's grasping for moments that prove LeBron has clutch presence in his catalog. But here's the thing, those moments are ancient history now. That Spurs series was over a decade ago. The Iguodala block was in 2016. What has LeBron done lately? What big-time playoff moment has he delivered since winning that bubble championship? The answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's been swept. He's been gentleman swept. He's been knocked out in the first round. And every single time when the game is on the line and his team needs a bucket, LeBron is nowhere to be found.
LeBron James is going to be hesitant with his J, most importantly with free throws. That's really what gets
Lord
in trouble.
have mercy.
He is not a confident person at the free throw line.
Right.
He is going to be career 73, 74% free throw shooter. He is not going to be that guy. We get that part.
Even Stephen A. admits it. LeBron is not confident in crunch time. He's hesitant. He doesn't trust his jumper. He doesn't trust his free throws. A career 74-75% free throw shooter who you absolutely cannot trust in the clutch. That's not a superstar. That's a liability. Skip Bayless makes an interesting point about LeBron's strengths versus his weaknesses. LeBron can make hustle plays. He can get chase down blocks. He can make the pass to the open man. But when you need a bucket, when you need someone to create their own shot with 5 seconds on the clock and the defense locked in, LeBron isn't that guy. He never really has been. We just gave him credit for it because of the narrative, because of the hype, because we wanted to believe that someone could challenge Michael Jordan's throne. But the truth is becoming impossible to ignore. LeBron James, for all his statistical accomplishments, for all his longevity, for all his regular season dominance, does not have that killer instinct when championships are on the line. Not anymore. Maybe not ever. The Mickey Mouse ring debate isn't just about whether the bubble was legitimate. It's about whether LeBron's legacy is built on a foundation of real championship moments or manufactured narratives. It's about whether we're willing to look at the evidence objectively or if we're going to keep pretending that regular season stats make up for playoff failures. Skip Bayless is willing to ask those uncomfortable questions. He's willing to point out that the Lakers don't really want LeBron back, that the organization is tired of his power plays, that they were ready to move on before he exercised his player option, that they see what everyone else sees, a fading star who can't deliver when it matters.
I think they don't mind him being back if it's at a cheaper price, but I think the word want is too strong.
The Lakers don't want LeBron James. Let that reality settle in. The franchise that won a championship with him just 3 years ago is ready to move on. They got Luka Doncic. They have their future. LeBron is the past, an inherited transplant who never really belonged in the same conversation as Magic and Kobe. And Stephen A. can get as upset as he wants. He can defend the bubble championship. He can point to LeBron's all-around game. He can argue that LeBron belongs on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. But none of that changes the fundamental truth that Skip is exposing. Since that Mickey Mouse championship, LeBron James has been a playoff disaster. The stats don't lie. The performances speak for themselves, and no amount of regular season scoring titles or longevity records can erase the reality of 12 wins and 20 losses in the postseason. This debate matters because it's forcing us to confront an uncomfortable truth about modern basketball. We celebrate stats over substance. We value longevity over dominance. We create narratives that protect our favorite players instead of holding them accountable to championship standards. Skip Bayless is doing what sports media should do. He's asking the hard questions. He's pointing out the inconsistencies. He's refusing to let LeBron's legacy be written by public relations teams and fanboys on social media. Is the bubble championship legitimate? Technically, yes, the Lakers won it. They got the trophy. It counts in the record books. But does it deserve the same weight as every other championship? Should we ignore the unprecedented circumstances? Should we pretend that a 4-month break didn't give LeBron and Anthony Davis an enormous advantage? Skip says no, and he's got the receipts to back it up. 2-12 in the playoffs over the last 3 years, 20 consecutive missed fourth-quarter threes, air balls in elimination games, pouting instead of performing. That's the real LeBron James, not the carefully curated social media persona, the stat-padding king, the guy who disappears when championships are actually on the line. Stephen A. can defend him all he wants. LeBron fans can attack Skip for his opinions, but the truth remains. Since Orlando, LeBron hasn't proven he can win when the stakes are highest, and that Mickey Mouse ring looks more questionable with every playoff failure. The debate rages on, but Skip Bayless just dropped a truth bomb that LeBron's legacy might never recover from.